Hi, I'm Chase. In this episode, we will talk about quality improvement in call centers. Let us have a look to what topics we'll talk about. How does the quality measured in call centers? Listening activities of managers for quality management. And what are the key topics in an agent's quality assessment scoring? The difference between your performance during the call and the expected performance in the call evaluation process is called the improvement potential. The aim of quality improvement activities is to find this difference. Let's take a look at the main task of the people responsible for quality in the call center. They measure the difference between the current state and the expected service they want to offer to the customer. It is crucial to measure the quality in each organization, but measurement is not that easy for every business. Call centers are one of the easiest places to measure the quality and outputs. If you cannot measure the quality of a call, you cannot manage it. You cannot follow the needs of the customer. You cannot see the shortcomings of the agents. We need quality management to better measure the call center processes and improve management quality. Calls are listened and scored by the quality team in order to increase service quality, measure and improve performance, provide data for internal training, support continuous development, increase employee satisfaction, improve performance, and increase customer satisfaction. Ideally, quality assessment in call centers is usually structured under a separate unit. Now, let us take a look at quality department's tasks. Ensuring that the quality measurement criteria are known to agents, making quality measurements, identifying and reporting improvement areas, issuing personal, team, and department report cards, giving agents feedback on their performance, determining the required training areas of agents, to ensure that quality is a living system, supporting continuous development. In every call center, there are certain criteria to measure quality, such as opening, calling by name, listening, analysis, holding, closing. They are all scored as standard parameters. It is possible to add different titles to these criteria: sector, type of incoming and outgoing call, or line of business might depend. The most critical point here is to catch the customer's point of view and provide the expected service. Call center quality management is the process of listening, scoring, calibrating, improving, and monitoring conversations and giving feedback. Listening activities of managers for quality management are grouped into 4 types. The first one, listening to conversations of the agents during the operation, especially when there is a special case like increasing the volume, prolonging the call duration, etc. It is a model that is highly preferred by team leaders. The second, listening for customer complaints to understand the situation of the customer and to inform the agent, usually not rated. If this is necessary, customer's complaint is monitored and the agent is informed. The third, listening to the calls of agents for particular cases, listening to critical calls like longer or shorter than necessary, close to breakout time, end shift or beginning shift calls. Number 4, listening to calculate the performance of the agent at the end of the month. These listenings are used to provide feedback and mentorship. Generally, call center quality teams make the evaluation under 2 main headings. It is essential to direct the customer correctly and also to carry out the transactions in adequate with the processes. Transaction and process quality are measured to ensure quality and to design relevant trainings. In order to provide a service that meets customer expectations and call center standards, quality is scored by evaluating topics like communication, implementation of standards, vitality, and proactivity. In the evaluations, greeting is scored according to the time of the call. The opening statement may differ in each organization, but this statement is mandatory and is scored in quality assessments. After the greeting, customer request is received. Here, we use a transitional expression like, "I will be glad to help you immediately." Then the name of the customer should be questioned. This criterion often takes place in evaluation forms. To avoid misunderstanding, information received or transmitted during the interview should be summarized and confirmed to the customer. The customer should not be interrupted or ask questions while speaking. Never talk to the customer at the same time. Not to repeat the customer demands, agent needs active listening and taking notes. Example, number, name, date, etc. Repeating the message together with the customer makes them feel heard and misunderstandings are prevented. Once the customer has conveyed the problem, he or she would not want to repeat it again. Only relevant questions should be asked. All these criteria are scored in quality evaluations under Listening to the Customer title. Even if the customer cannot express the subject well, we can clarify it with guiding questions. If there is more than one question or problem in the interview, each of them must be analyzed separately. The right questions are important communication tools to gain trust and gain dominance. Questions should be simple and clear, the way the customer can easily understand. Questions like, "I don't understand." "What did you say?" seems so unprofessional. These statements are evaluated with the criteria of asking questions, directing, or analysis. Addressing people by name is expression of value and builds trust. So, we recommend taking the name at the beginning and using it periodically during the interview. In case of insufficient or excessive use of the name according to the length of the interview, the score is reduced in the evaluation. For interviews under 30 seconds, it is sufficient to address them once by their name. These rules are evaluated by quality teams under the criteria addressing by name. The right approach and proactive service forms the basis of this criterion. The professional approach skill keeps the interview under control when there is complaint or anger. This skill is also evaluated in this criterion. Speech speed, inverted sentences, and approach are also scored in the speaking style and approach to the customer criteria. Positive expressions and words should be used as much as possible during the interview. When there is a complaint about malfunction or a service that cannot be reached, we should share it with positive expressions. If the agent uses negative or forbidden statements, he loses points from this criterion. When you need to put the customer on hold, you need to get permission and explain the reason for waiting. At this point, the person on the phone is informed and the reason for the waiting. Permission is requested. Thanks are expressed after the wait. Appropriate phrases to use while on hold. "Can I ask you to stay on the line?" "Madam or sir, could you stay on the line for a while?" Inappropriate expressions. "Can you stay on the line for a second?" "Please stay on the line." "Let me check. I'm checking." If the waiting time is more than 2 minutes, we recommend taking the line back and inform the customer. If the waiting period will continue, we need an interim notice. These rules are among the quality evaluation criteria as holding rules. When ending the call, we ask the customer if there is anything else we can help. If there is no other request, the customer is sent off in accordance with the time of the day. The closing standard is also evaluated within closing criterion. Depending on the task, sales, message, or persuasion skills also might be included to the evaluation form. When you start working in the call center, you should listen to your own evaluated calls. Listening to your own calls will improve you a lot. When you are listening to yourself, you can clearly see many areas of development. They are difficult to notice when speaking. The quality process in the call center does not only take place through call evaluation. Customer satisfaction, CSAT, is measured to see satisfaction of the service quality in the call center. It shows how much a customer is satisfied with the service after the interview. Customer satisfaction scores are generally related to service satisfaction. They are measured with customer survey. Usually, 5-point Likert scale is used. Let us take a look at these points values. 5, very satisfied. 4, satisfied. 3, neutral. 2, improvement is necessary. 1, dissatisfied. Customer satisfaction is a commonly used metric to understand whether the customer is positively or negatively impacted by the service provided by the call center. In quality processes, first the target is determined and the compliance is measured. Then the development activities are planned and remeasured. This is a cycle. In quality systems, this cycle is called the PDCA, meaning plan, do, check, action. The PDCA cycle helps you to plan the steps and have a successful call center quality management. Thanks for watching this episode. Stay tuned for the next ones. Bye-bye.